If you want to improve in Melee, you need to learn how to develop and implement a game plan for all of the matchups you expect to play. This is useful because it allows you to sort the options you have in a game to better focus on the options that positively contribute to your chance of winning. Melee is a complex game, and it's easy to get overwhelmed by your choices, whether that's in the neutral game or the punish, and it's easy to autopilot towards choices that don't actually help you win. A game plan helps guide you throughout the match to make choices that actually serve you well and keeps you focused throughout the set. Even a surprisingly simple game plan can actually go a long way. For example, the pro player Ginger has discussed his game plan for the Falco Ditto on several occasions, and it can be broken down into just 3 steps.
There are 3 rules that I like to follow in this matchup, which are establish laser control, get your opponent in the corner, and be aggressive.
Even though this game plan is simple, you can see how this would inform a lot of your decisions throughout the set and help to guide you if you start to get off track. For example, it's really common to see low and mid-level Falcos shoot lasers and then kind of forget about them as the game goes on, but if established laser control is part of your game plan, you're more likely to remember to keep that laser pressure up throughout the game. Another great thing about game plans is that they can start off really simple and then grow more complex as you learn more about the game. On top of this, they can easily be customized if you're playing against specific players and know what to look for. So all of this raises the question, how do you develop a game plan in the first place? Well, you can always consult better players to see what they're focusing on, but if you're working on your own, the first thing I'd recommend is to define the win conditions your character has in the matchup you're developing a game plan for. A win condition is a term often used in the competitive card game world, and it's defined as a specific means or strategy by which you can achieve victory. Put more simply, a win condition is just, how does my character actually win the game? Game plans are often just a combination of playing to your win conditions and around your opponent's win conditions. Let's use Fox versus Jigglypuff as an example. In this matchup, both players get a lot of value off of grabs, so a basic game plan for Fox would be find ways to get grabs while avoid getting grabbed. Fox also gets edgeguarded well against Puff, but doesn't edgeguard her very well, so Fox might make avoid going off stage unnecessarily part of his game plan, but wouldn't include get Jigglypuff off stage, even though that's actually a very common win condition in his matchups and in other matchups for other characters. Jigglypuff is also slower than Fox and likes to play defensively, but she struggles to contest Fox's lasers. Knowing this, Fox could add force Puff to approach by using lasers to his game plan as well. Already we've got a pretty solid framework for how Fox could approach this matchup. 1. Look for grabs into up throw up air usually. 2. Avoid getting grabbed. 3. Avoid going off stage unnecessarily. And 4. Force Jigglypuff to approach using lasers. It's pretty easy to imagine how this game plan would help a player focus during a match. Puff playing really defensively at low percents? Time to shoot some lasers. Find yourself getting shield grabbed a lot? Start mixing up your pressure or spend less time directly attacking your opponent's shield until you're more comfortable playing around that option. Keep finding yourself getting killed off stage? Avoid putting yourself in situations where you find yourself cornered or closer to the edge in the first place. Like I mentioned before, the nice thing about game plans is that you can continue to develop and refine them as you learn more about the matchup and as you improve as a player. Even if the core principles remain the same, you might tweak things once your tech skill or knowledge improves, and that's okay. For example, you could refine number 2 on this list to avoid getting grabbed and watch for grabs setups like empty hop grab and nair grab. If you see those setups connect, DI ahead of time to avoid getting rested. The main idea is still the same, just avoid getting grabbed, but now you have more information to work with to make that goal more effective. You can also personalize your game plan, both around your own skills or your opponent's skills. For example, if you're a Marth main who's really good at edgeguarding, it might be worth it to opt to set up more edgeguards instead of extending your combos, because that plays to your specific strengths better. On the flip side, if there's something you know your opponent isn't great at dealing with, regardless of the character that they're playing, you could put more emphasis on that part of your strategy to exploit that weakness that they have. I know when I play someone who isn't great at dealing with Falco lasers, that's just a sign to me that I should be shooting even more of them. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And just to explain why I haven't been making content as recently, I had another stretch with like really bad migraines, so I'm hoping that that will kind of clear up and improve moving forward. Wanted to start with kind of a shorter video, see how you guys like it, And other than that, I released an album back in December, Everything All at Once, which you can find on Spotify under Radar Press Record or in the link in the description. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.